Hi there, thank you for opening this video. My name is Ashile Songa and this is Ashile Songa Lab. This channel I use it to teach people Kinyarwanda because I am a Rwandan and I want people to know my native language. I also use it to post Kalahanyuze music. Kalahanyuze are the old school songs in Rwanda, and I used to post its lyrics here on this channel, and many people liked it, so I like them, and then I wanted to share them and keep them for the next generation, but I stopped, and now I'm only teaching Kinyarwanda, and I'll be bringing more content very soon. In the previous video, I was sharing about the dictionary. It's a dictionary that teaches people or help people get the meanings of words in Kinyarwanda and English. I have also told you that in the next videos I will be teaching Kinyarwanda through songs and music in general, and maybe some videos like comedies, like we have many comedies in Rwanda, and movies. I was planning to do that, so I'm going to start with music. Today I'm going to be giving you music, and then I will explain its lyrics. If you can see on my screen, you can see the lyrics on the screen. We're going to hear the song that has these lyrics, and then after that I'm going to come and explain these words. Some of them which are easy, I will just say the meaning, but for others which requires knowing where they came from and how they are used in the sentence, I will explain all that to you so that you can know what I'm talking about. So I hope you get something from this video. If you have something that can distract you, put it aside, take your notebook and take notes, because I'm going to be going deep into Kinyarwanda. So let's hear the song, and then I'll be back starting to explain some of the things that you need to know.
Mapenzi ya leo ni kashi tu, kweli umeniacha. Uransize unsijiyende, kwari wowe nari niringiye. Abasore bariho ariko nakashi, uba ntacyo uvuze imbere y'inkumi. Uransize unsijiyende, kwari wowe nari niringiye. Abasore bariho ariko nakashi, uba ntacyo uvuze imbere y'inkumi. Abasore uretse rurema nta kindi bakunda, uretse kashi abo bakobwa uretse rurema nta kindi bakunda. Ubuzima bworoshye abakobwa murahura akakubaza mbese ukora iki. Abakobwa murahura akakubaza mbese ukora he. Abakobwa murahura akakubaza mbese warubatse. Sibwa nsize uransize unsijiyende, kwari wowe.
And then the song goes on like that. You have the second verse, and if you keep listening to it, you will hear that it is very good. It is a very good song from Eric Senderi. He is one of the stars here in Rwanda. He used for himself international hits, so this is one of his songs that I like and I wanted to share, because I know there is easy Kinyarwanda here, and it will be easy for you to learn from it. So I'm going to be sharing some words, and let's start. Let's not take too much time. First of all, we start from this chorus. It has two sentences, and these sentences are the one that he keeps repeating in the choruses. So I'm going to explain them. This uransize unsijiyende, this means you leave me to home. This is what these two words mean. And here say kwari wowe naniringiye. It's you that I was hoping to save me, or it's you that I was trusting, or it's you that I believed in. I can say it like that. I'm going to go back to each word, but I wanted to say it in a context. And abasore bariho ariko nta cash. Boys are there, but they don't have money. Uba ntacyo uvuze imbere y'inkumi. It means boys are there, but without money, you mean nothing to girls. Inkumi means girls. So when you say these sentences, abasore bariho ariko nta cash, this you can put a full stop here. But he did not put full stop. When you put a full stop, you mean boys are there, but they don't have money. When you add the comma, he means boys are there, sorry bariho ariko nta cash. He's going to continue, but without money, uba ntacyo uvuze imbere y'inkumi. You mean nothing in front of girls. So he was saying, you leave me to whom? It's you that I was believing in. I believed in you. And he continues, abasore bariko nta cash, boys are there, but without money, you mean nothing in front of girls. And then on the first verse, he says, abasore bubu uretse rurema. Boys of today, apart from God, nta kindi kintu bakunda uretse cash. Nothing else they like apart from money, which means rurema is God. So when you say abasore bubu uretse rurema, boys of today, ubu it means now or today. When we say abasore bubu, boys of, this is the word that we have added apostrophe to use it in front of the vowel. So when you say abasore bubu uretse rurema, you mean that boys of today, apart from God, na, this is a negation, mean nothing. This ikindi means another thing. So when you say na, means nothing else. So when you say ikindi only without na, this means another thing or something else. And when you add na, to use this for in front of this, you remove this one, and then you say hakindi, which means nothing bakunda they like uretse cash, apart from money. Cash, you know cash what it is. So which means boys of today, apart from God, nothing else they like apart from cash. So they like cash more than anything else. And here he continues, abakobwa bubu, girls of today, apart from God, like here it's rema, apart from God, hakindi, nothing else bakunda they like. Ni, it's this ni is from the verb to be in Kinyarwanda, which means kuba. So when you say ni, it is ubuzima bworoshye. Bworoshye means easy, and then ubuzima is life. When you say ubuzima bworoshye, it means easy life. So girls, apart from God, another thing they like most is easy life. That's what he was talking about. He released this song back in 2010. I don't remember very well, but it's that time. So he says, abakobwa bubu, girls of today, apart from God, nothing they like more like easy life. So that's what he meant here. And then here he says, abakobwa bubu, again, girls of today. Girls is abakobwa. Ubona, I told you that it is now or today. Murahura, when you meet, kakubaza, and they ask you, mbese ukora iki? So when you use ukora iki, it means what do you do? When you meet with them, they ask you, what do you do? And this mbese, you can add it or not, it will not change the meaning. If you remove it, it will still be the same meaning, but adding it is like adding by the way. It's mbese is like by the way. So when you add it, it's like by the way, what do you do? When you meet with them, that's what they ask you. So he added this, just I guess it's for the artist to make it easy for him to say it, but it is used most of the time, and it's here just to supplement what he's saying, doesn't add any new meaning on the word. It's the same to this essay, but we just added this MB, so it's the same to this. Here again he says abakobwa bubu murahura, girls of today you meet, and akakubaza. This akakubaza and akakubaza, I put it here intentionally. I wanted to say bakakubaza, this means they ask you, and then here it means she asks you. So this bakakubaza, it's in the plural and akakubaza is in singular, and here they ask you ukorahe. This essay does not have any connection to this singular, so you can put here mbese or add essay, it's the same, doesn't relate to this plural singular. So ukorahe means where do you work. I think I said this in my previous videos. So when you say ukorichi, it means what do you do. When you say ukorahe, where do you work from. So this he is used to ask where, and this ichi is used to ask what. So I guess that's understandable. And on this third sentence, he says abakobwa bu, again girls of today, murahura, when you meet, akakubaza still in singular, akakubaza and she asks you mbese warubatse. Mbese, again this is same mbese. Warubatse means do you have a house. It's not exactly what it means, but it means did you build. So when someone asks you did you build, because kubaka means to build. So when someone asks you warubatse, it means they're asking did you build. And in Kinyarwanda when you say warubatse, it means did you build a house, or do you have family. So when someone has a family or is married, sometimes we say that person arubatse or kubaka. This is the verb that this comes from. So there is kubaka urugo, which means being married, and there is kubaka inzu, which means a house. So when you have a house, kubaka inzu, it means you have a house. So here in this context, I guess Eric wanted to say kubaka inzu, do you have a house? That's what they ask you. And about kubaka urugo, when you say kubaka urugo, it means urugo means home or maybe a family. So it means do you have a family. So this is another thing maybe you need to know. You never know when you come to Rwanda, someone might say to ask you warubatse, which means do you have a family or do you have a house, but must be the house you built yourself. So that's in simple words what this means. I'm going to highlight some words. We start with this uransize. Uransize is a word that comes from gusiga. Gusiga might mean two things. First, it means leaving or leaving someone or something. Someone or something. Okay, leaving them means gusiga, or kubasiga means this is the verb that this word comes from. So when you add you, this you comes from the subject of the second person, which means it's you. So when we add it here, it means uransize. It is in present, and unsigiende, you leaving me to whom. This nde means whom. So when you say nde, it means whom. So now it has been used inside the sentence. You can say now you leave me to whom. So unsigiende, gusigira, there's this gusiga, and then there is gusigira, which is again somehow the same. Uransize, unsigiende. Gusigira means to leave to someone, leave something to someone, leave to someone. If you have a house and you are going maybe abroad, who are you going to leave that house to? So you can say, if I'm going abroad and I'm going to leave my house to you, it means ngiye kugusigira inzu yanjye. It means I'm going to leave you my house. So gusigira means to leave something to someone, which is somehow the same to this, but gusiga means leaving someone and gusigira means leaving something to someone. So this is the difference here. Uransize means you are leaving me, and unsigiye means you are leaving me to who. So who are you going to leave me to? Ko ari wowe. Wowe means you, and ko ari, this you can use ni, which means it's you, this is you, and this is it is you. Or if you leave ko ari, it's like saying someone, it's the same as saying ni. It's you that I was hoping to be with, maybe, or it's you that I was believing in. So when you use ko ari, this is the same as using ni, as I have just showed you. So kwari wowe nari, this nari makes this word in the past, which means nari, I was. It's, you can say ni, cyangwa se ndi. This ndi means I am, and when you say nari, it means I was. So when you say ndi, it means I am ndi, and when you say nari, it means I was. So here what you are doing, you are saying nari meaning I was, niringiye meaning kwiringira, ko ari is the same as it is, and then wowe, this is you. Nari means I was. Kwiringira is a verb that this word comes from. This is conjugated, so when you have this verb kwiringira, it means believing in someone, or believing in someone. That's what it means. Or how can I say it? It's just believing in someone, or like niringiye ko uramfasha. I'm hoping, or I'm believing that you help me. So kwiringira, it's like believing in someone or something, maybe God, or maybe the universe, you never know. So kwiringira is believing in someone. So this means I was believing in you. Ko ari wowe said here, you, it is you that I was believing in, niringiye. So this is what he means on the first sentence. And let's jump to the second sentence. He starts with abasore. Abasore means boys or guys, and then says bariho, they exist. Kubaho. Kubaho might mean living, or it can mean existing. So it's the same in Kinyarwanda. Some people say that when you are existing, it doesn't mean you are living, but here in Kinyarwanda, kubaho means both things. So when you say that the rock exists in Kinyarwanda, we say the rock, urutare rubaho. The rock is urutare in Kinyarwanda. Urutare. So when you say the rock exists, we say urutare rubaho. And this kubaho here, it means boys existing, or if we say live to go out of context, but here they wanted to mean exist. Ariko means but, so when you say ariko, you mean but. Ariko, boys exist, but no money. Now again, this is a negation. I talked about it. So when you say ariko nta cash, it means no money. Cash means money. That's not Kinyarwanda. So na means no, or it's a negation. You can use it in another way. We see that, but it means no cash, no money. So boys exist, but no money, you mean nothing in front of girls. So that's why I said without. because if you say no money, it would then not be as he wanted to say it exactly. So you can say without money, then comma, which means you're going to continue, move on, then you. Again, we have here ntacyo. Here we have this which is a negation again, and so this is replacing ikintu. I think I talked about it when I was saying things. So ikintu, so this ikintu might mean things. So when you say ntacyo, ntacyo means nothing. So you, nothing, mean this uvuze comes from kuvuga, comes from the verb kuvuga, which might mean many things. Here they want to say meaning. So meaning, meaning in normal words in Kinyarwanda is gusobanura or kuba hari igisobanuro runaka. Igisobanuro means a meaning. So but here kuvuga, uvuze, we use it most of the time when we say that someone doesn't have a meaning, or someone is not I don't understand how I can say it, but we use it when we are saying that someone doesn't mean anything to another person. So it means uvuze ubusa, nta kintu na kimwe uvuze imbere y'umuntu. Bivuze ko uwo muntu imbere ye, in front of that person, you mean nothing. So that's when we use uvuze, or you can say you mean nothing. Imbere means in front of. Inkumi. Inkumi is another word to talk about girls. We say when girls are getting to the adolescent, that's when we usually call them inkumi, because they are growing. That's when we call them inkumi, and this inkumi means girls. I not write it down. So what he means here, I talked about it. Boys exist but without money. You mean nothing in front of girls. So that's what he was talking about. Ntacyo again means nothing, and uvuze means again, it means means. So it means nothing, you mean. This over replaces the subject you, but you mean nothing in front of girls. So that's what he's saying. And then on the first verse, let's go to the first verse. Here it starts with abasore uretse rurema nta kindi bakunda uretse kashi, which means abasore, I told you it's boys. This is today or now. Uretse, apart from. So ubu means now or today. So and uretse means apart from. Apart from rurema, we have another word for God, which is Imana. So this is God. What he's saying here is abasore bubu uretse rurema, apart from God. Na, again, this is a negation. Kindi, another thing, I think I talked about it. Kindi bakunda, gukunda, this comes from the verb gukunda, which means to love or like. So they are the same in Kinyarwanda. So when you say gukunda, it means to love or to like. Kindi bakunda, ikindi means another thing. I think I talked about it or something else. And then gukunda, to love or like. So kindi bakunda uretse, apart from cash. This is again money. So nothing else they like apart from money. They like God and money. So I don't know if that's true, but this is what he was singing. Then on this 7th line it says abakobwa bu. This again abakobwa means girls, same as inkumi. So abakobwa is all girls. I told you that inkumi we mean it for girls who are mostly in adolescent, or girls who are growing up. So abakobwa bu, girls of today, uretse rurema, apart from God, nta kindi, nothing else they like bakunda. It's just, it is ubuzima bworoshye. I talked about this. Ubuzima, abakobwa ni girls, then ubuzima, it is life, and bworoshye means easy. So you can, if you want to say someone is easy, you can say umuntu woroshye. But because here we have ubuzima bworoshye, this B, you can see it's related to this B here, because this is the word, and this word here is explaining this word. It is ubuzima, but ubuzima bworoshye, life, but easy life. So ubuzima, and this word explained with this. That's why you will see here we have the words that are somehow the same, these consonants. If we say ubuzima bworoshye, it will not make sense. But if we say ubuzima bworoshye, it will bring this. We call this indanganteko, which comes and relates to this one here. So you will learn about this maybe in the future, but this is how we call ubuzima bworoshye in his life. And then we go to this 9th line where he says, abakobwa bubu murahura bakakubaza mbese ukora iki. Abakobwa bubu means girls of today. Murahura, you meet and they ask you. Murahura comes from guhura, which means to meet with someone, guhura. So when you meet with someone, you say nahuye nawe cyangwa se twahuye. So this is a verb, and here it is conjugated. Murahura means you, you are telling, and then and when you meet, this murahura is also in plural, which means he is telling many people. Murahura, and then bakakubaza, and they ask you, those girls ask you. This B means that it is in plural. So say this, mbese ukora iki, what do you do? So here kubaza, he said bakakubaza, it comes from the verb kubaza, which means to ask. So when you meet, they ask you mbese ukora iki, what do you do? So we have kubaza, and then gukora, which I will not, the verb for this is gukora. I did not write it down, but here you can see it's gukora, which means to work or to do something. So when you meet, they ask you, what do you do? And then he continues, abakobwa bubu murahura bakakubaza, or akakubaza means this is in a plural, still the same verb kubaza. Ese ukora he, where do you work from? Still the same verb gukora, but with the different question, where, and this is what. So I say this, and then the last line, abakobwa bubu murahura bakakubaza mbese urubatse. I say this about kubaka, let me move on, which means to build. I explained this in details when I said kubaka urugo and kubaka inzu are the different things that you have to know. So these are some of the things you have to know in this song. Let me know if this was very helpful. But I cannot live without saying about this word gusiga. I told you that it means leaving someone, but some people might use it to mean the poets. When poets are creating the poems, we say that they are abasizi. Abasizi, let me add it here. Abasizi means poets. So when you use this word abasizi, what do you do? They are abasizi. This comes also from the verb same as this, which means what poets do. The barasiga. So abasizi barasiga, which means they are also using the same verb as this, but not the same exactly. So that is it for today. If you liked it, let me know so that I can use another song, or if you want us to continue this, we can again use it and continue the second verse. It's a nice song, and I will be happy to to come again into it and see what you can learn from it again. Like I told you, my name is Ashiri Songa, and I'm very grateful to be able to share this with you, and I cannot wait to hear from you what you think. It has been a long time without creating a video, but I hope if I start like this, you like it, and tell me if you like this style. So let's hear the song the last time and see you in the next video.
Beso